total, but बाएं हाथ के बल्लेबाज को
Good evening, one and all. You join us for this T20.
Double pitching on middle and off. Just a slight hint of movement away and upward was equal to the task. Finding the gap in the offside between cover and mid-off. Timing it well enough. Excellent cricket ball.
Wins the toss and decides to bowl first here. The home captain obviously thinking they've got a good grasp of the conditions.
So there you go, the players make their way out to a seismic crowd. They've waited all day for this match and they're ready for some world-class batting and bowling. The pitch today, it looks good. Bit of grass on top, so they'll get their wish, I think. Duffy to get us underway. Nice to see some pace first up. This new ball should give some movement early and make the batter's life difficult. No, terrible shot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Needs to be on target. Misses. That's a big chance going begging.
That's a very positive this shot, charging the fielders, testing them, making them more hard. Singles and others not take them, and they're taking doubles, but others are taking a single run on those occasions. So we have very nice to see the competition get long on. And Midon has become long on. Corridor that was, now you can just put the ball and go across for a field. The runs will come.
Wow, that's missed a lot. Finds a fielder with that shot. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Misses everything. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Good bowling in that over. Just the one from it. Australia are 1 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. A good start by the bowlers.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. drops onto the back foot, and that is just beautiful.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
But I don't think we'll be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. They'll get at least one here. Nearly gets the edge. Jamieson with a great delivery there. 7 runs added in that over. Australia are 8 for none.
Well, bowlers have them pinned down at the moment. Batters need to try and rotate the strike a bit.
Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. The bobble and the slips have really gone up here. They like it.
Overload fielders on the offside. From the batting play away from the body.
No shot offered. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Oh, that is absolutely plumb. The ball hurtling towards the pads, and the batter didn't even play a shot.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Oh, my, that's just flown off the middle.
The timing, unbelievable. Got the width they were after and nailed it to the boundary.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery? I wonder. No point chasing that one. It is racing to the boundary. End of the over. 13 coming from it. Australia 21 for 1. Jamieson from the grandstand end. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment.
What a way to start the inning. That is glorious. Outstanding. Where did that come from? Where was he?
Wow.
This is the very first ball that he faced, and more importantly, this being proper fielding. What a shot. Just the first ball that he faced, instead of a leg curve. The shot at the ball.
Hello. Sorry. Hold on.
Very good affair now. 118. Just 21 of 20.
Hello.
This is definitely within reach.
Hello.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
shots that he played so far. Best shot of the game.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
Really good. No changes in the field. Made the runner go full and wide again, but
There's a chance if it hits.
Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just
seem to have a plan for him.
कुछ बोल रहे हैं
हेलो
हाँ
Not again.
हाँ दीदी को तो
Will go to the fielder, but
हेलो मम्मी नमस्ते हैप्पी बर्थडे कैसे हो
king of 18.
नहीं कुछ बैठे हैं आप क्या कर रहे हो नहीं याद आती है पूछता रहता हूँ इनसे बताती रहती है खाना ना हो गया आऊंगा फिर सब आऊंगा नहीं यही आपकी बेटी बोल रही है कि मैं चल चलेंगे
Iqbal, the new batter in.
हाँ आएगी बोलना अगले साल आएगी हाँ?
अगले साल शुरू में बोली थी ना
देखो अभी ये देखो
फरवरी में
He's back on strike, so not shy of taking responsibility here. Akbar Ali on the other hand.
अरे नहीं ना अभी मम्मी थर्ड करने के लिए कह रही है
He's also on 15 of 11. Hassan Murad, what a critical over. He's the over that decides the
थर्ड
game
करने
overall.
से रुकेंगे यहाँ पे निकाले फिर वहाँ पे
Another
वहाँ पे
very good
पापा
outing
को
for
जाने की
photography.
कौन
Had a
सी
good
मंदिर
tournament so far, Hassan Murad.
कौन सा मंदिर बोले थे सब कुछ जाएगा
And now, inserted by Yasir Ali
मैंने
Ramli,
बोली थी
extra
ये
cooker
सब
हाँ ये
coming in from
परसों
the
सब
other
कुछ
Pakistan
हो जाएगा
against
तो उसके
Iqbal.
बाद फिर आएंगे फरवरी में मेरा बर्थडे जब शुरू में आएगा तो उसके बाद
सुनो ना रेस्ट करते हुए चार्जर लगा देना उसमें कनेक्ट करके चल जाएगा
एक 10 दिन के नहीं आऊंगी 1-2 महीना फिर आऊंगी 1-2 महीना 10 दिन से नहीं आऊंगी बोली मैंने से तो बोलेंगे कि ठीक है फरवरी मतलब अगला साल शुरू में जाएंगे कल ही बोली बोली उन पापा भैया बुलाए शायद पैसा वैसा कुछ होगा पापा बोले मैं बोली उन पापा बोले कि नवंबर 9 तक ले जाएंगे वही बोले बात करा दो एक बार और आए तो सॉरी खाते बोले बात कर लो फिर कराना भाई बोल रहा हूँ कि देख तो तू बोली कि मैं देख रही हूँ बोल बात करते दिमाग से भी नहीं बात करते मम्मी बोलते रह जाती है खाली काम का बात करते हैं वक्त देते हैं मुझे तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता मैं क्या बात करूँ थोड़ा बहुत पूछ लेते हैं
नारनी कन्या
हाँ
कन्या नु कन्या ये कन्या के खिया बना देते शाम को बहन के ज्यादा कर देते खराब आदमी ने कुछ पानी सब चीज तो कन्या के ना तो सुबह को के बाइक से जाती दिन भर में चलती और रखल पापा सुबह तक खाना बना के देती आवे तो बर्तन से खाना खा
कल
हां ना तो छुट्टी दे दिन को देती
ठीक है आते टाइम से बोलते
ज्यादा कर खराब वन पानी सब छोड़ देंगे अब बल्कि बन सब कम चोन परिवार से हम
ठीक है यार मैं
आदमी को कुछ नहीं कुछ नहीं तमाम पर के दुख में ना कर जाल में तो कैसे लोगों को नहीं क्या कर हम दिन में कर बन रहा है सब दुख में दे तो ये करे से कोने से कोने पूछ का कहत
आते तो बोलते हो छुट्टी के बोले तो छुट्टी ही कर लीजिए।
हां छुट्टी मम्मी है बतिया
बोलो मम्मी।
पूछ ले बुआ
हाँ पूछो। मैं बोल रही हूँ पापा बोलने आएंगे तो कहीं पे मिल जाएंगे पापा।
अच्छे नहीं ना करना अच्छी दी दिन में कम परसों करते हैं ना अगर मालूम साथी तो परसों मैं परसों तो मत करते हैं एक दिन के दिन अच्छे होते हैं
मोबाइल छोड़ के गए हैं पता नहीं किसका ना किसका फोन आ रहा है। कौन लोग आते हैं? और लोग तो अगला दिन तक ना आ जाएंगे। वेट करता हूँ।
trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Jameson will be disappointed with that previous delivery, not up to their normal standards. Not tempted to play at that one. 8 runs out of there. Australia are 29 for 1.
senang nih dia.
Smacked away. It may carry over the fielder for a maximum. Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on.
Nama नहीं देखे दूसरा लास्ट में
Couldn't get it through the field. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitching it on a length is obviously the way to go. Doesn't beat the infield. Good pick up, big chance. Great shot. At least one on offer. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. Australia 36 for 1.
चाचा का ये और वो संजय की बात है तो मैंने कितना है ग्राफिक साइड आगे ले रहा हूँ देखो एक तो भी खर्चा नहीं होना चाहिए इसमें भी रखो
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end. Not the ideal way of handling that ball.
Yeah. I saw up to set up a room.
I never
Put it away, straight to square leg.
There are choices from
Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter.
Live. Live भैया. तेरा आईडी सब्सक्राइब किया है कि नहीं?
Cuts that off well in the infield.
फोन ही मेरा नाम
वही.
एक साथ लिखना
Excellent.
डबल की लगेगा
End of the over, end of the restrictions. I'm sure we're going to see some big fielding changes coming up.
New Zealand are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle.
कितना बता रहा
Santner, the spinner, coming into the attack.
कैसे दिखाया था तुम पता नहीं
हम क्या करेंगे?
What a shot. He hit that one hard. No need to run.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Can't get that outside the ring field. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming off it. Both sides need to inject some life into this match.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Mitchell, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Head, it's plenty from these bowlers.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. Brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. How will the bowler respond?
Huge. That has flown.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Mitchell shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Bowling slips have really gone up here. They like it. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. Santner from the pavilion end. Time that perfectly. Trouble. Oh dear, down the leg side and away for 4. That'll be 5 wides added to the score. And out. Oh, how did he get to that one? Super catch.
Two down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. And this could be a huge swing of momentum.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. They'll get at least one here. Wow, that's missed a lot. No, terrible shot. End of the over. Australia are 63 for 2. Finds the fielder with that shot.
तो क्या दिखा देखिए तेरे में कितना दिखा रहा है कितना
There's a direct hit.
अब अब
Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Oh my, that's racing away.
देखना
Starting to hit their stride. A fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Was quick on that in the infield. End of the over. 8 off it. Australia are 71 for 2. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
That is quite extraordinary. Head, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Or did they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Trouble! Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off. Ooh, misjudged that and takes a hit on the body. End of the over. 7 off it. Australia are 78 for 2. Mitchell from the grandstand end. Misses everything. Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
It was an outstanding shot. Saw it early, not much width to play with, and drove it through the covers for 4.
But I don't think we'll be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Head waited on that and guides it down to 3rd. Fielder coming around may stop it before the boundary.
Too wide, too much room, came onto the bat really well, and a beautiful shot just raced away.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two just to slow things down again. Winds up, it misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot.
बोला था ना चार्जर लगा दो
The pads, and the batter didn't even play a shot.
अच्छा लगा
That was a very knock in the end. A few more runs would have been better, but this has been a good innings.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, so I want to show everyone their strength. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4. End of the over. Australia a 90 for 3.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful delivery. No chance for the fielders.
Bok, the left armour, is the new bowler from the pavilion end.
बोलिए मेरा एक मिनट लगा चार्ज होने का 5 फुट है रूम में
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Fantastic pull shot. Rode the bounce and got inside the line. Good pick up. Big chance.
चाले हाँ कल क्या है
Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought.
हाँ
Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Good shot, a beauty. Five runs in that over. Australia a 95 for 3. Nearly gets the edge. Mitchell with a great delivery there.
A lovely delivery. Got it in short and surprised them. They'll be happy only one of those is allowed. Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Doesn't beat the infield. Needs to be on target. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Oh, great shot, but not going to beat the fielder. End of the over. 3 runs coming off it. Australia a 98 for 3. Bok from the pavilion end. Straight to the fielder. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Look to have pitch in line and hitting live. We'll see what Big Eye shows in the review.
Was there an edge? This could be trouble. I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble.
Yeah, great decision by the umpire. Challenge wasn't successful.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team.
Bit of shape on the way through. David, happy just to watch it go by.
David, ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Got down and rolled the wrist beautifully. The end of a very tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be that easy out there at the moment. Good pressure being exerted. Duffy coming back into the attack.
David, watch it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Couldn't get it through the field. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum.
Helped on its way, really. Pivoted onto the back foot and lofted it all the way.
The last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Has finished off a tidy over there. Nothing to show for it, but we'll be well pleased nevertheless.
Runs have been at a premium this middle portion of the match.
Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Trouble! Misses. That's a big chance going begging. Wow, that's missed a lot. Three runs added in that over. Australia at 111 for 4. The right armour is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fist through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over.
Six of your finest, please. Cover drive for a maximum. Brilliant.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Getting nice and settled at the crease now. Have to be very happy with that last shot. Finds the fielder with that shot. Goes over the top with that shot.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Can't get that outside the ring field. Needs a direct hit. Was quick onto that in the infield. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. The new bowler is coming into the attack. No, terrible shot. Well, now that could be out of the ground. That's a tremendous shot, just sailed away.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. There's a chance if it hits. Could that be out? Looks like it. Oh, great running.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
Before that wicket, the new batter comes charging out of the crease. They're quick to take up and face up. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. End of the over. 7 off it. Australia are 131 for 5.
Can't afford too many dot balls at this stage. Need to find a way to ramp up the run rate. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
There could be a couple if they hustle. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. Gone. Straight to long on, and it's a pretty regulation catch in the end. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Shot. There's someone out there, but they should get back for 2. And again, see you later on your bike. 2 wickets on the trot.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled, and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
On a hat-trick now. Don't worry, the nerves will be there for the bowler and the batter. Misses everything. Needs to be on target. Oh, simple run out. Gone, nowhere near making it.
The 8th wicket to fall. The opening batters out there in the field will probably be starting to prepare themselves for their own innings.
And the innings comes to an end. New Zealand will need 136 runs. The openers are coming out. It's a very gettable total. They just need to get off to a good start and not give anything silly away. It's silly stuff that could give the bowlers a sniff in this match.
A few moves made in the field. Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Cuts that off well in the infield. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot though.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Great shot. At least one on offer. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads. End of the over. 8 off it. New Zealand are 8 for none.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the grandstand end.
How will he reply?
Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off. Drilled that one away.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Conway has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
How will the bowler respond?
Doesn't beat the infield. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be four. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
We're 2 overs down into the second innings and they're scoring freely at the moment and hold an early advantage.
Start from the pavilion end. Straight through them with the slow ball. Australia has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. Great commitment. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Edged. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the bow. Great.
Good contest here. Moment 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Some adjustments to the field.
Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
That'll be a dead ball. Absolutely nothing the batter could do there. Totally undone by a superb in-swinging Yorker.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings.
First ball for the batter, coming in.
Drive straight down the ground, mid-on, will collect that one though. Someone different now to bowl it. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing.
Watched it closely out of the hand and hammered that slower ball away to the boundary.
Seifert is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to hold the momentum. Gone aerial with that one. It'll land safe. Might not be 4. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. I didn't hear or see anything. Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Big edge. Where's that going?
Oh, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good delivery smacked around. Sometimes, though, just got to accept it and move on. Chance to run two. Over New Zealand, 48 for 1.
5 down, and they're above the run rate at the moment. Been a good power play so far.
Hazelwood from the grandstand end. Wow, that's missed the lot. Australia has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. Yeah, the keeper's really gone up, as do the surrounding fielders. They seem convinced. Could be a review coming up.
I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble.
Yeah, great decision by the umpire. Challenge wasn't successful. Nicked it. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. And that completes the fielding restrictions. Time for some field changes.
The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
Zampa, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Finds the middle, but won't find the boundary. That's a confident appeal. brilliant diving stop. Not too sure what they're appealing for here. Good shot, a beauty. Everyone's gone up. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. One from it. New Zealand, a 56 for 1.
They've done well. Sometimes after the power play, the run rate can drop a bit, but the batters have kept up the intent they had early on, and this run chase looks secure.
Going with spin now.
Into the attack.
That is quite extraordinary. Conway, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the... boundary. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Gone, great catch. Oh, great work, held their nerve while the ball was in the air. They've taken a good catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
New batter always likes to feel bad on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket.
The captain's going to change things around in the field. He's got their tail up.
Power and precision in that shot.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Good fielding out in the boundary. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Stamp up from the pavilion end. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Oh, superb timing. Bowler and fielders look really confident. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Head over the ball, great shot. That's racing away.
Too wide. It's there to be hit. He's really given the treatment.
Last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs.
A few moves made in the field.
Nice shot. It's straight to gully. Four runs added in the over. New Zealand 73 for 2.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Stoinis, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Finds the fielder with that shot. Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Getting nice and settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Straight to the fielder. Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score.
They've done well. Sometimes after the power play, the run rate can drop a bit, but the batters have kept up the intent they had early on, and this run chase looks secure.
Got down and rolled the wrist beautifully.
He's pushed on really, really well.
Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Bowler and fielders look really confident. That's the over. New Zealand are 86 for 2. Head from the grandstand end. Finds the edge. Everyone's gone up. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitching it on a length is obviously the way to go. Edged it. Wow, that's a huge appeal for the catch. If there's something on it, it was the faintest of edges. Gone. Fine catch.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. That is huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take your pick.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Big edge. Head getting a wicket in that over. Really good bowling. There wasn't much on offer for the batters.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
But you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Nice shot. Straight to gully. Onto that early, that could be 4. Big edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Couldn't get it through the field. End of the over. 6 off it. New Zealand, 101 for 3.
देखे अपना काम में कोई हो ही नहीं हम बुला ले बता दें कि भाई काम बटे तो फिर इलाके बाद तो हो तो बोले मन रहा
Bring on to that in the infield.
तो ये देखा मैं समझ लिया था
Phillips drills that one away. That'll be 4 more to the tally.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries. Second guessing.
Ulan ko yung braso kami. Ito ko yung top day side. Kal ke pa kami. Terus
Nicked it.
kalau media वो तो बताया पा है
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. 10 runs added in that over. New Zealand are 111 for 3.
They've been asked plenty of questions by the bowlers, but the batters have had all the answers so far this innings.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Great shot. It was a good length to try that, and they did that with maximum results. 6 more.
Barely seemed to hit it, and it's gone over the rope.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Solid shot. That's going for 4.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. The runs are flowing very easily now. David, straight through them. Batter was late on that one.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Doesn't beat the infield. That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scorebook. Thank you very much.
Crunch on the front foot and bang. Gone all the way.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the grandstand end. Go through it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away. Might look to go big again here. Just 2 to win.
Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide, square leg. Could be 4.
It always looked like that target was just under par, and so it proved. Chased down easily, great batting, and a deserved win.
That was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic match. Hope you enjoyed the coverage and see you soon.